Hey everybody, and welcome back to week 2 of CR6, the R6 League. Today we're going to be taking on Kennesaw State University.
Yeah, big game going on. And just a heads up, instead of us playing our game for CR6 on a Friday, we are playing it today, which is Wednesday. So welcome all the people who usually watch on a Friday, and welcome to the Wednesday stream.
Yeah, so the CEA League, we did have a bye, and so CR6 we did schedule for Wednesday just to accommodate for both teams. So today we're going to start off on Cafe with Saints defending first. So that map is very, very defense heavy.
You know, I actually don't think we've seen Saints play on Cafe yet on stream. So this is the first time to see them play Cafe on stream. Excited to see what they have to bring, their strats, maybe they're going to change up their style of play compared to other maps they play. But on that map number 2, we have Coastline. Coastline looking strong for Saints in a way.
Yeah, Saints have dominated on Coastline a lot this season, where they're either attacking or defending. They've shown their dominance. They did lose, but they did come back from a deficit.
But it's not always the loss that tells the story. It's the scoreline that you see. They went down, what was it, 6-2?
6-2, yeah.
6-2, and they came back, and it was a 7-5 loss.
Yep.
And just an unfortunate team kill, lost it for them. If they didn't have those unfortunate circumstances, they could have pulled off the win, the comeback, the epic story that we waited for.
Yeah, and so the decider of both maps would be Clubhouse, another map that they are dominant on. So the 3 maps that they like, they're going to get.
Clubhouse, also a map that they lost on last week. And as we say, it's not always the loss that tells the story. It was an epic showing for both maps. Came down to a lot of clutch situations that the Saints just couldn't clutch up on. And instead of taking the W, they took the L last week, and let's hope they come out with the W if it goes to the decider this time.
It's all learning. They are a new team. This is only, I believe it's week 5 in total.
In total, yes, it's their 5th week of playing.
Week 5 weeks together, they have 2 wins and I believe 3 losses between the 2 leagues. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and in those 2 wins, it's sad to say, but Penn State did drop out of the league, so technically one of their wins does not count in the stats sheets.
Yeah, we'll still count it in our hearts, though.
Oh yeah, we'll still count it in our hearts all the time.
So last week, Kennesaw State University did lose their game 0-2 against California State University Long Beach.
And not only that, from sources, we've heard that Kennesaw State has a player not loading, and he's in the Challenger League. So if you guys at home don't know what the Challenger League is, it is basically if you win Challenger League, you go to play in the Pro League, which is the top tier, number 1, stars of Rainbow Six. So
yeah, so it should be a good match, and whether it's a frag fest or a plant-based map, it's going to be a good map. And with the Saints defending first, it's going to be a good defense.
Oh yeah, and here we go. Heading into game 1, we got St. Clair starting with the banning phase. Who do you expect to see banned on Cafe?
Again, I'm going to go with that Jackal. That Jackal is always going to be banned no matter what. And it's just one of those bans that you can always guess. So you got 10 more seconds here unless they confirm all their operators, down to 4. And we'll see how they ban this one. And there's the Jackal.
There we go. Seeing Jackal taken out first. Most typical ban you'll see in the Rainbow Six League.
And you know what? I'm not too sure about this ban. The Kennesaw State has a free ban here.
Yeah, they can basically ban anything they want right now because they don't have to worry about that Jackal being in play.
And they banned the Thatcher.
The Thatcher ban. Now, why would Thatcher be banned on this map?
Thatcher is a good operator to get rid of all of the electric devices, any ADSs, any lesion mines, open up maestro cams so you can shoot them and destroy them, give you stop Pulse's sensor from scanning, the whole 9 yards. So in all, Thatcher's an amazing operator. He has 3 EMP grenades, so essentially he only has 3 grenades, but...
And here we go. We see Mira taken out by Kennesaw State. Another typical ban we see coming out. So let's see what St. Clair has to offer with their 4th ban of the map.
So Mira is a typical ban on this site. Or sorry, not this site, this map. And because Mira can be played upstairs as well as downstairs, and Echo as well as a typical ban.
I think it's just kind of like meta bans right now in this map.
Yeah. It looks more or less a ranked ban. But ranked bans usually go off Pro League bans and comp bans. So, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, all right. So on the side of Kennesaw State, we got from right to left, we got DDG from Roblox, Eksharon, Scooty U, Dev Petem, and Nam Thur. So we don't see... we don't actually know which one is their Challenger League player. Eyes out, looking for that big playmaker on their team.
And on St. Clair, we do have Rapid, Miss Nautica, Imagine, Doozy, and JM Beast.
We got some nice picks both ways. We got the Twitch, the Thermite, the Zofia, Nomad, and IQ on attack. Another kind of meta picks.
Yeah, and on defense we have the Jaeger, Maestro, Legion, Velk, and Smoke. This is one of the most basic operator picks that we've seen St. Clair have. They're always picking essentially the same operators.
It literally looks like I just opened up the game on Christmas Day, loaded into a ranked match, and this is what I see every single game for the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's essentially what it is. Each one of them only has one operator.
Yeah.
So we'll see how well they play this out. Essentially, this is a defensive site, but it could go the opposite way. Everybody is getting their reinforcements set up as we get into the action phase now starting. They are going to be upstairs.
So on the 3rd floor, that, from what I understand, is the normal holding place on this map. It's where you want to start. It's where you want to finish. It's what you want to make sure you can hold that.
Yeah, so it is the strongest place to hold. If you can't hold this, you might be stronger in kitchen. But essentially, you want to be the strongest in this site.
And there we see Twitch actually picked up her drone, so I think she has both of them. And as Kennesaw State opens up the top roofs, they're just going to be slowly clearing all the different roaming sides of the 3rd floor. Not really focused on the 2nd or 1st floor right now because they don't have to technically push the 2nd and 1st floor because they can enter through the roof. And as you can see, IQ using all her gadgets but misses a Legion Mine. And Thermite does drop on that Legion Mine, so he's going to take about 15 health, 20 health, and that's not going to be good. St. Clair's not there to contest that Thermite, so just an open wall right away for Kennesaw State, and they're going to have really great peak advantages for basically Christmas room and kitchen.
So Nomad dropping down red and pushing into piano, setting up all her Nomad traps for flanks and everything like that, so they cannot get flanked on red. And
Imagine with a nice pick on Devin. Doozy takes out Scooty U, so that's a 2-man advantage for St. Clair right away. First round, and actually Duzzy is taken out, so he's downed. And then taken out by DDG from Roblox and refragged by Rapid, so another 2-man advantage for St. Clair. One more goes down by the hands of Imagine. That's Nam 3, but he's refragged by this Claymore, and it's down to 1. We got Eksharon, and let's see if they can take this round.
So there is, I believe it's Legion on red, peeking around, just almost getting the pre-fire off onto the Nomad, and he's going to get flashbanged and does get the peek off and ends the round on Ekron's.
That's St. Clair taking the first round with a very nice hold on 3rd floor, showing their dominance up top early game.
Yeah, so, like I said, easy defense. Not easy, but essentially easier. And now they're going to go downstairs. This is the second, best site to hold. being that the Mira is banned, there is a lot of Mira strats on this site, so they're gonna have to put their own twist to it.
We see Miss Nautica taking Castle this time, so a little bit different than last round. Just maybe wanting to patch up the walls where they can't have the Mira, so they don't want to have those peaks open. And but exact same lineup for the attackers.
Yeah, and the Castle only one being switched out this round.
Yeah, so very mimicking the strats of round 1 almost. You might see Kennesaw trying to feel out St. Clair early game, not wanting to show all their cards early in the game. Maybe they got some surprises up their sleeves. They want to just test the waters, dip their toes in before they go all in. Let's see how they adapt though for round 2.
In this game, if you get a one round lead and you have that push in your team and you have that push within your team, you can pretty much take the map.
Yeah.
If you and your team are confident enough and you get that first map and you guys are hurrah and cheering and you guys have that feeling that we're going to win, it's essentially a confidence boost and it helps you in the long run. So
it really does. So let's see, going into round 2, we got Kennesaw State attacking. What do you want to see them change up for this round that they didn't necessarily do last round?
So I believe Nomad had a Nomad charge on red, but didn't place it in a spot that Jaeger wouldn't be able to see it. Imagine wouldn't be able to see it. And the Nomad just, was shot and there was a flank up red and essentially 2 bodies were taken down.
Yes, and exactly. Going down early in the round put them at such a disadvantage that they just couldn't climb out of it. And going into the first floor hold, we're going to see a little bit quicker of a push because you don't have to travel to the very top of the map to enter the site.
Yeah, as you see IQ here with her scanner, just calling out all the utility that they have, any Maestro cams, Valkyrie cams, Jaeger devices, anything like that. And we have Zofia pushing the main building and just droning everybody out. Almost gets the pre.
Oh, and he gets the wall bang for Imagine. Imagine down so early in this round. Still 2 minutes left, and St. Clair is on the man advantage. How will they pull it back? Let's see. Let's see this like roll out this advantage, and that is a nice peek from Miss Nautica to take out Nam 3.
Yes, but Miss Nautica is dropping a little bit of health and below half. That is a big deficit, and also peeking into bar.
We got Dev taking out JM Beast. Nice kill coming out from the attackers. Puts them back at the man advantage.
Yeah, and again with Miss Nautica, such low health, getting picked off by Dev and refragged by Rapid on the SMG-11.
That was such a nice peek by Dev, but he put him at such low health that he just needed a little bit of a push to get taken down by Rapid. Rapid gets refragged though by DDG. C4 thrown by Doozy as he's the last one left in a 1v3. Can Doozy pull off the clutch to take him to round 2, or will Kennesaw put themselves on the board?
They are getting the plant down, and Doozy doesn't know that there's peaks, but he is going to get the peak and stay alive. So now they are going to set up all of their flanks and everything like that, so he cannot rotate out of this kitchen. They're going to try and hold it as long as they can. He's going to peek as much as he can, try and get one.
He gets one. Can he get that? He's going to get peeked by this other one. And nice attack by Kennesaw to put him on the board. And it's 1-1. We're tied up early.
So, nice little peek by Kennesaw. The crouch just to shift levels so you can't peek at one level. And it was a nice job by Kennesaw.
And coming from round 2, a little bit nice, kind of more composed of a push that Kennesaw had. Took St. Clair almost by surprise. That wall bang coming out from Scooty U to start off the round was put them at such a good advantage early on too. They still had 2 minutes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so the little punch hole in that wall kind of threw off St. Clair, as you saw a Rapid dying from it as well.
Oh, really?
Yes, yeah.
And so nice attack by Kennesaw. Mirror compositions coming out for round 3 from round 2. So they're going to be holding second floor. They're holding kitchen again. St. Clair hoping to show that they can prove themselves on this hold. They want to take it out. And I see you noticed something. What did you notice down there?
As you can see, Rapid is reinforcing that wall he got wall banged from.
Oh,
so they're
okay.
going to eliminate that wall bang and try and, keep it so they can't take Bakery so fast. And without having that wall bangable, it's going to be so much harder to push in because there's so many angles that can now be held with the safety of reinforcements.
Miss Nautica taking out I'm pretty sure she got the kill through that wall too the last round, so she's just eliminating all peak from that angle unless they hard breach it to open it. So trying to make them waste their hard breaches early, but it'll probably just end up slowing them down.
Yeah, so we do have a roamer upstairs inside of kitchen, I believe, or sorry, not kitchen, dining room, I believe. We're gonna play the basic hold. Maybe the hatch is reinforced, or maybe they didn't reinforce the hatch this time.
Thermite stunning, sorry, through. Kind of guessing that there's someone behind there. It's a typical spot to hold. That's Miss Nautica behind the muffin table.
As you see, there's a Twitch drone just waiting for anything to peek or just giving intel. But as the Twitch drone zaps her once, they're gonna just hold long angles and see if they can push her out.
Oh, and that Twitch drone got taken out. What took out the Twitch drone? I didn't see.
I didn't see it either. It sounded like a Impactnator C4.
Hope St. Clair didn't use a C4 on that, but Roamer actually just got spotted by a drone, so they know somebody's roaming. They have intel that there's only 4 on the first floor, so maybe they're gonna opt to push in right away.
As they make their push into small bakery, they are gonna look to thermite this small wall, and there's just gonna be long angles held to make sure that thermite is safe. So they're gonna open this small wall, get bakery angles open, and try and do a faster push.
Sophia stunning in, and that's extra and taking out Imagine. So man advantage to Kennesaw right away. And they're gonna tend to pick up the pace and start speeding in here. So we're going to see some action pick up right away. Scooty, you going for the breach onto the kitchen. And they're going to back off of that. Just hold the sight lines. They have a lot of pings out. The drones are doing their jobs. They know exactly where each player of St. Clair is.
Essentially, St. Clair just has to hold angles at this point and hope for the best. They are all pinched on site.
And Dev taking out Miss Nautica. Nice shots coming out for Kennesaw to put them at such an advantage. St. Clair needs to slow it down or do something to give it. That's Rapid with the refrag right on Dev. Going for another frag, but he's taken down to next to no health. He's going to smoke it out, slow him down a little bit, try to take some health away from them. And he goes to peek, but he's taken out by Nam. And Nam takes out JMB, so that's down to a 1v4 for Doozy. And he's put in an awkward situation 2 rounds in a row.
The timing in this game is so crucial. As you can see, Scoot is peeking as Doozy looks away. And going now to round 4 with Kennesaw at a 2-1 lead, going back up to the 3rd floor to where they held it the best.
Yeah, let's see if they can have a repeat from round 1 to tie it up 2-2. And we see mirror comps coming out from the first round. We got the Legion. So it looks like St. Clair wants to have that Legion on the 3rd floor specifically. They don't want to have that Legion in the basement. They'd rather have the castle.
Yeah, and castle is a good strat downstairs because it just slows down the push, essentially, if you don't have that much soft breach. And so Legion is going to be picked for the 3rd floor.
And Kennesaw opting not to switch anything. So that's the 4th round in a row that they're going to have the same composition going into it. And it actually looks like it's playing into their favor right now. So why change something that's not like failing for them essentially?
Yeah, and so kind of what I want to see from Kennesaw is better either flank drones, claymores, or nomad charges. They have 3 utilities that they can use for roam and flanks, and I don't think anything was really used, as there was rotates and people did die.
Yeah, because if you forget, Imagine did hit the nutty flank in round 1 to put them at major advantage and for them to win that round. We got JM Beast putting down his Maestro right next to the piano up top. So it's going to give him some nice sidelines where Kennesaw actually pushed in right away last time they were on 3rd floor.
Yeah. And IQ, again, is going to be a crucial part getting all those Valcams, Legion Mines, and Jaeger devices. And, you know, with that, with Thatcher banned, Maestro is going to be difficult to destroy without... Or they do have a Twitch, so they can open it with a Twitch, but that's utility used.
Now, I know I've been saying, like, what can we expect to see from Kennesaw, but what do you want to see from St. Clair? Because they did just lose 2 rounds in a row. How are they going to pull it back?
I just hope to see that they pick themselves up and, you know, defend like they did on the 1st round. And I know they can do it, as you saw the very 1st round, but we'll see if they can do it with the 2 in a row loss.
Exactly. And there we see Valkyrie getting droned out inside the room right away. So Dev is gonna drop right in. So we have a man on the 3rd floor for Kennesaw. And they're watching for the flank. Unlike last time, they have eyes. They see the flank, and it's not going to work twice in a row. They're not letting that happen this time.
Yeah, so as you can see,
Scott taking out Doozy too. So, and he's at low health, so that's puts them at an advantage. But having Scott at low health, and he gets shot from the hatch by Miss Nautica. The roam coming in strong, so maybe Miss Nautica can't flank, but she can get the shots from below.
Yeah. So, you know, that flank, you almost saw Thermite hit that shot. He peeked it, saw her, peeked back, and then realized he saw her and peeked again and almost got the shot off, but didn't get it in time. And then rotated. Zofia did rotate to Piano, and Legion rotated into Train, peeking that hatch. And as you can see, IQ pushing up behind Legion, but I don't think Legion knows.
All right, let's see if Miss Nautica turns around and sees this. The Twitch getting shots off on the Legion. And that's DDG taking out Imagine. Even strength. Nope. Kennesaw, sorry, at the man advantage again. And that's extra and taking out JM Beast from the peak hole in bathroom. St. Clair needs to kind of step up their game right now and pull it back. Rapid getting a 2-piece. Taking out Nam and DDG. Miss Nautica taking out Action. So it's a 1v2 situation. And it just picked up so much. Thermite planting the diffuser. No, cancels the plant, and that's Miss Nautica taking them to a 2-2 even strength.
So, you know, they won upstairs, lost twice downstairs, went back upstairs as their strong suit, and, you know, won again. So it is 2-2 going into the 5th round. And, you know, this essentially is the make or break point, because you know, you play this round and one more, and then you swap sides.
Exactly. And we didn't see exactly how Rapid got that 2-piece, but that 2-piece was so crucial for that win in the 4th round. And I'm sure that if he didn't get that 2-piece, that would have probably been a 3-1 advantage for Kennesaw.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say that it definitely would have been, but more or less it was looking like the advantage was in Kennesaw's hands.
And we almost saw a switch up on Kennesaw for the Ash, but it's 6-picked over to Zofia, and we're seeing the exact same comp as last round.
Yeah, so exact same comp with Miss Nautica on the Legion as instead of the Castle.
Why do you think they're not switching anything up? Is it because it's so even? Like they don't see that they have to switch anything up, or is this normally what you see on a cafe match? Essentially,
in comp, collegiate, pro scene, anything like that, you have certain roles designated to certain people. So there's the anchor roll, the roam roll, anything like that. So they get a couple operators to choose from, and these are the strongest operators that they can use, and it just works out in their favor, so they stick with it.
And in this round, we're going to see St. Clair holding second floor this time, the first time in this match that we get to see them hold it. Pretty excited to see them hold this one. How do you expect them to hold it? Are they going to have people up top, down low, a lot of roamers, no roamers?
I expect to see about at least 2 roamers, because there is a lot of area to cover, especially upstairs and downstairs.
Yeah.
So I expect to see more or less 2 roamers upstairs, because in this map you do a top-down push.
And yeah, it looks like we're going to see a little bit different. We got 2 roamers on the 3rd floor for St. Clair. I can see them both. It looks like we have Legion as one of them. I don't know who the second one is right now, but we got 3 people from Kennesaw dropping in from the roof. 1 person right on site. We see somebody from St. Clair is in piano, so maybe they'll meet each other and have some action, but not just yet. Here's the goo mine coming out. Thermite did hear the sound cue, so he's going to be looking over in piano.
As you can see, or hear, sorry, the IQ dropped and is probably going to get that.
That's Zofia getting taken down. Scott not seeing Imagine. A little bit of a reticle kind of blocked him there. But very good peek by Imagine to hold that angle. And there's Thermite, Jaeger and the goo mine affecting that character on that Thermite on Kennesaw. They're going to flash out Miss Nautica. Imagine gets a pick on DDG. Miss Nautica gets a pick on Dev. And frags on Action. What a play from the 2 on the 3rd floor. Picking up all 5 kills between the 2 of them.
Now that was a nice roam. And like I've brought up every game, roamers don't need to get kills. But when they do, it works well for their team. And with them picking up all 5 kills on the roam, essentially, we're up 1 round.
And it's very, Scott kind of was pushing into that one room. And I'm almost 90% sure that the holographic sight was blocking the sightline on Imagine. So he actually didn't see him physically. And he just got picked off by Imagine just sitting there. We see a Finka coming out, though. Sorry to cut myself off there.
Finka, bold decision.
And it's on 1st floor, so we're going to see that. I guess they're wanting to all push in really fast here, maybe with the extra health that Finka's going to give you.
Yeah, so the Finka also helps your recoil control.
Oh, really?
So if Finka accidentally hits, or not accidentally, but if Finka hits her adrenal surge and you're in mid gunfight and you're compensating for the right recoil control, it's going to overcompensate and you might just aim at the ground.
Yeah.
For overcompensation. So in a sense, if you time it right, it is a good operator. But if your team's in the middle of a gunfight and you use that adrenal surge, you might be looking at the ground.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point to put out. I actually never knew that she affects your recoil. And as we go on to the 1st floor defense, this is what Kennesaw was showing their highest strength on. You know, St. Clair looking very strong on the 2 floors above here, but they lost last of their 2 rounds, or the only 2 losses they have were on the bottom floor. Kennesaw seems to know what they're doing here, and they look excellent so far on the 1st floor attacks.
Yeah, and coming out with that full roam defense, we'll see if they come out even more ecstatic than they are.
Are they doing a full roam defense, or
no? All the roamers got the kills last round.
Oh, okay.
I called it the full roam defense because all the roamers got the kills.
I thought you were talking about this round.
No, all 5 roamers all 5 operators off site. That does not seem like a good strat.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's quite the strat. And we see IQ opening up the door, kind of getting some sight line in, but nobody opting to push in here. Maybe there's Zofia, but
as you can see, there is someone holding angles behind the small bakery and onto the main door. So they're just going to do essentially the same push that they've been doing. and get this wall open, hold long angles, and get the line of sight.
We see the adrenaline surge coming in really early. Does the adrenaline surge run out?
Yes, it does. As you can see, it's gone now.
Yeah.
The blue bar on the side on the health, it gives you an extra.
Nam taking out Miss
health.
Nautica, and she was the one hiding behind the counter bakery. So control to bakery goes to Kennesaw State very early in this round. Will they take advantage of this? Oh, and he clicks on the head of Rapid. What a shot from DDG. That was a nice flick.
Yeah, so ACOG versus SMG with a hollow. You gotta think the hollow SMG is most likely gonna.
Doozy and JM Beast refragging for 2, so it's even strength on both teams. JM Beast not getting the other one, but Scott picks up Imagine. Scott picks up Doozy, and JM Beast refrags on DDG. We're in a 1v2 situation, but the adrenaline surge is too strong for Kennesaw, and they take round 6, so it's tied 3-3 right now.
Tied 3-3 going into the rotation.
Very even game so far. It's what I like to see.
Yeah, you know, coming out strong, both teams, and essentially the only pushes that Kennesaw has won is the downstairs push. And so with the swap now, we have Kennesaw going on defense and St. Clair going on attack. And
okay, so I'm going to address the elephant in the room. For people who are very new to this game, such as myself, who is Cade? What does Cade do?
so Cade is essentially a bandit with throwables. So
Okay.
he has 2 electric claws that you throw at a reinforced wall or barbed wire, and or a shield, and it electrifies whatever it is touching.
Okay,
And so
okay.
it's a substitute for bandit, but he only gets 2. But within those 2, he can reinforce anything in the perimeter of the electric claw, which when he throws it, you see a little circle, and anything in that, it electrifies.
Okay, so it's almost like a reverse kind of Thatcher bandit.
Yeah.
And we see Hibana
As you
coming
see
in.
here, he's gonna throw it, and that circle is gonna go out. Anything inside that circle is gonna be electrified.
Okay. And we see on the attack of St. Clair, we got Imagine on the buck, his kind of signified character. He's always on that buck. He's pretty strong in it. And then we got Rapid on the Hibana. Last week we saw a lot of Miss Nautica on the Hibana and instead Rapid on the IQ, but it looks like they're switching up their roles, kind of taking some new operators on both teams. Let's see how if that change is gonna show a little bit of a better strength on St. Clair.
Yeah, and usually you see Doozy on the Ash, but now you see him picking up the Twitch. So it's gonna be a different push rather than what we've seen.
It looks like St. Clair's been going over their attack and strats, or maybe it's just Cafe. Maybe this is what they push on Cafe. Imagine opening up the roof.
So opening up the red hatch, just peeking anything, you know, that's underneath the hatch, but essentially there will not be anybody there. Now, trying to get all the drones that they can to be able to drop in and start doing a top-down push. And they're going to drone out Piano, and with Doozy holding the long angle down white. So if anyone rotated out white, essentially they're going to get shot.
And it looks like somebody is right on the piano here, right next to where Rapid's entering. He gets the hole in. And he gets the takeoff. That's Rapid taking out Dev, and that's the roamer deleted off the map for Kennesaw State. And they're going to instantly drop down and start pushing, making that top-down push. We got a minute 30 left. Let's see how quick they can kick those roamers out of their spots and take the site. But
So-
as we saw on the attacking side of Kennesaw, they chose to defend the same site that they won all 3 attacks on.
Yeah,
Maybe they're
looking a bit weird because, you know, essentially third floor is the main, but in all sense, everybody has their own strats, everybody has their own strengths, everybody has their own weaknesses. So they could be essentially better at holding the kitchen instead of the third floor.
Exactly my thought. You know, maybe their defense on that first floor is as strong as their offense, and that's Doozy taking out Extra, and that's two-man advantage for St. Clair right now, and they're putting the thermite wall up. They're gonna breach right into cold room, and they got that sight line right into the kitchen. Oh, Doozy almost having a nice peek on that player, but just the timing a little bit off. They didn't make the whole peek.
I don't know if he saw him or not. I don't know if he got the callouts. I don't know anything, just because it did look like he saw him. But
And that's Doozy taking out Nam. So that's a three-man advantage for St. Clair. Doozy taking out DDG. He is popping off right now. The diffuser getting planted by JM Beast, and that's Scott downing Doozy. In the end, full killing him.
so the plant going down, they're just going to huck flashbangs, see if they can hold this as long as they can while everybody rotates down to hold long angles. And essentially in a 1v4 situation, it is going to be hard to hold, peeking everything he can. And with this shotgun, it is a 2 to 3 shot kill on full health, and sees JM Beast on the thermite and just gets one shot off, but doesn't get the other, getting crossfired and gets killed by JM Beast.
You know, maybe in a 1v4 well, technically 1v5 situation, a shotgun isn't your best bet, and it really showed there. Doesn't have as much range, and he got the shots off when JMB's peaked, but because there's no range, it's just like a spread shot. You're not going to get that headshot like a assault rifle would. So
well, with that shotgun, it is essentially a slug shot. Kind of.
Okay.
So instead of a bird shot like going out into pellets, it's just one big slug coming right at you. So it does have range, why it has an ACOG, but again, at further range, it's going to be less damage, right? Like any gun. So with 2 to 3 shots to kill one person, and you only get, I believe it's 12 shots in a mag, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be hard to pull off. You got to hit pretty much every single shot.
Exactly. And on that amazing play from Doozy, St. Clair takes it, and they're up 4-3 right now. They're 3 rounds away from taking the map. And I think this is the first time St. Clair's had the advantage right now. No, they went up 3-2. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So they also, I believe, won the first round.
Yeah.
1-0.
So I'm apparently not paying attention to this. I'm just kidding.
It's too hard to keep track on who scored what when this game is this intense.
It's just so close early on, and it's amazing to see both teams battling out for the lead.
And as you can see, you know, they are gonna go back to the third floor. Not back, but they're gonna try it out for the first time. But it is one of the easier sites to defend, you know. And Cade is gonna Cade from below.
That's a pretty neat spot to put that device.
It will go through the floor
Because it has the outer kind of perimeter.
And so going through the floor, IQ's job now is to get that, or if someone can push red stairs underneath and get it. Or even a grenade through the window. Anything in that sense, really.
St. Clair wasting no time to open up the roof with that sledgehammer that they have. They're going to immediately going to drone out the red stairs. So here we go. JM Beast droning out for roamers on the second floor. I don't think there's anybody roaming right now, though. I'm pretty sure that all 5 are on third floor. Actually, I might be wrong. It looks like there's somebody down there holding library.
Yeah, he is down in library area. And so Doozy again gonna hold. Oh, yeah, he might go up there one of these days. But yeah, and it looks like he's gonna hold the white hallway, and just anyone rotating in and out of white. So
we did see St. Clair hold the third floor all 3 rounds that they were on defense on the third floor. So maybe we're gonna see Kennesaw hold it too. Like, it seems to be a very popular site to hold, very well ironed out for all teams.
Yeah, it's essentially one of the harder sites to push because there is so many angles and so many line of sights, and there you go.
DDG taking out Doozy. So man advantage to Kennesaw. Thermite does make a breach wall in facing Piano from the red stairs.
And so, as you can see, JM Beast is just going to hold the flank on red, and we're just going to peek every little hatch that they can. And getting the kill on Cade is JM Beast onto Scott. And now we're down to a 4v4.
Oh, and what an angle JMB's had on that Valkyrie. Almost taking down DDG, but escaping with no health at all. But Dev taking out JMB, so the refrag coming out for Kennesaw puts them at an advantage. And there is somebody around that corner, so we're about to see some action happen. We got Dev in bathrooms, and Imagine's gonna open up bathroom, and he gets the shots off, takes out Dev. Even strength for both teams. Diffuser is down right now. Hibana gonna open up, but they have barely any time. They gotta get that diffuser down if they want to win this. That's Legion taking out Imagine. So diffuser down. That's DDG taking out Rapid, and Kennesaw State wins by time.
Yes.
You don't really see that very often anymore. You see usually it ends with either the defuse or everybody dying.
Yeah, so, you know, that's one of the most rare senses of winning around. But as you can see, St. Clair is so very even on their kills.
Miss Nautica top fragging though.
7 and 3, and we have everybody else with 6 and JM Beast on 4.
And then we got Scott and DDG top fragging on their team. Actually, Nam and DDG are tied for second place, each fragging 6 on each side. Scott at 7. It is really a battle to see who can take first right now. It's so even between two teams. I love to see it. Tachanka's coming out. No, he's 6 switch. I actually thought Tachanka was coming out. I got super excited.
You know, with such a close game, I don't think the memes are going to come out that early.
Yeah. Switched over to Castle though, so we got Nam on Castle instead of Tachanka. Sad to see.
Yeah, and you know, I think it was just a scare tactic.
I want to say scare tactic. I want to say meme lord. We don't know right now.
Or maybe he dropped his mouse and keyboard on the floor and didn't get to pick his operator.
Yeah, there you go.
So, anyway, we will never know what the thought process behind that was, but we'll see.
I'm glad we got to see that nice lad on the screen.
Yeah, you never really see that in competition, except when you're up about 6-0 and you feel like you can win it all with the shut on turret. Anyway,
Kennesaw State holding first floor again, and we're gonna see them essentially try this one more time. We got the Cade kind of picking up both the hatch hole, gonna bandit both of them with his electro charges, and I think they held it first round. They were on defense this time, and St. Clair did take it.
Yeah, so essentially they are both defeated on kitchen and both undefeated on third floor.
Yes, they are, and we see Doozy taking out the cameras as drone phase is over. We're gonna see St. Clair going for the top-down push.
Yeah, and we have Cade watching that drone hole for any Twitch drones to make sure that they cannot open that wall.
Imagine opening up the roof. We're gonna see him drone out the third floor, but there's nobody roaming third floor this time. I'm pretty sure. I didn't see it. Unless that Legion I saw was there, but he's not. He's on second floor.
Yeah, so essentially it's going to be an easier take to third floor because there's so many angles on third floor that you can peek, but with nobody roaming up there, it's going to be a little bit easier to take. And with people roaming on the second floor, you know, there's now got to be a lot more drones because you don't essentially want all your drones pushing into one guy because 5 people droning one person, that's 5 drones lost, and there's no more drones, you know. So, and Cade's still laying down in that drone hole, waiting for that twitch.
I think Imagine knows somebody's in library, but library did rotate back downstairs, so everybody is going to be on the first floor for Kennesaw State. Doozy entering in through the doorway.
Yeah, through white stairs. And so they are going to sledge above, and they got the Cades broken, and so we'll see if Thermite or Habana will rotate around. Doozy holding a long angle.
Doozy with the headshot on Dev. What an angle. He had to get that kill. And that is Imagine from up top getting the kill on extra and 2-man advantage for St. Clair.
Both Doozy and Imagine taking damage, but not a lot. I mean, in the end, it does hurt them a little bit, but they are a gun.
Nam refragging on Doozy, and the Jaeger takes out Imagine's grenades. But what a sightline! DDG didn't even notice that somebody opened it there. And that is another 2-man advantage for St. Clair.
So we have Miss Nautica flanking around on the bar just so that Thermite can get
Doesn't
his...
see his feet there. Does she?
Thermite
Yeah, she does see the feet. Getting some shots off and going for the kill. Miss Nautica takes out Scott. Well, Scott takes out Rapid. Nice little refrag. Nam taking out JMBs. Taking out Miss Nautica, but refragged by Imagine. St. Clair up 5-4.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Imagine had a 3K. 2 from above and 1 from the kitchen. So nice push by everybody. They did walk in one by one, dropping the diffuser in the kitchen. So the diffuser wasn't a bad spot, but they did push really, really fast, not giving Castle enough time to reload or unload all his bullets.
Imagine getting a kill from a peek hole from the sledgehammer. 2, actually. Imagine.
Yeah. Imagine getting holes. So we're going to have Imagine on the sledge again, Miss Nautica on the IQ, Rapid on the Habana, Doozy on the Twitch, and JMBeast on the Thermite. And so...
Don't tease me this time, Nam. Give me what I want to see. No! Oh, but he goes for the cap can.
Scare tactic.
Mozzie coming out from DDG a little bit. They're starting to change up. Kennesaw changing their strats a little bit as we get into the later rounds. So... we're gonna see a lot. I expect to see a lot of changes from both teams coming into these rounds, if it's staying as close as it is.
It is a very, very close game, and that's what I love to see. I don't like to see those blowout games where it's 7-0. It's not essentially fun to watch. Just everybody kind of get gunned. But if it's a 7-0 win and there was a lot of kills and there was a lot of action and you know they're going back and forth, then it might be okay. But 5-4, that's a really close game.
We live for the close games. This is it, Chief. And we're going into round 10. Mozzie putting down, trapping Rapid.
Mozzie made a little friend.
Yeah, Mozzie has a little hostage going on here. So Rapid's drone is unable to move.
He cannot hit that drone with
I
the
don't
Mozzie
think,
Pest.
I don't think so. So
he's just gonna, you know, chuck one down and let his drone be free.
they actually left one of the main windows facing water open. So Doozy gonna have straight sight lines into the 3rd floor.
Yeah, it looks like he's... usually someone leaves that open for a spawn peek, but...
no, they might have forgot it was there.
I don't think anybody wanted to do a spawn peek.
Imagine almost nibbling on the feet of that character on red stairs. But no, just missing barely.
So, peeking from the hatch, just firing into the upstairs site, not picking off anybody, but almost picking off somebody. And so IQ's going to call out the all of the intel that she can see, anything like that. So JMBeast taking out the the Mozzie Twitch drone. And so he's going to be able to get that Thermite off without any hesitation.
And as we see St. Clair taking their time to get into that 3rd floor, JMBeast is the only one on inside the building right now. And he's got the diffuser, so if he goes down, that could be big trouble for St. Clair.
So as you can see, someone is playing inside piano, I believe, unless that was the floor below. But it looked like he was, yeah, it looks like he's in white now.
No, he's right there. And Imagine clicking on DDG's head. What a shot coming out for Imagine. Insane reaction time. And that's St. Clair at a man advantage. Actually, Dev is still up. He's not fully downed. and he's gonna get picked up by his teammate. Scott takes out Doozy at the same time. Imagine Frag and Xshire. So that's even on both sides, but Dev is at next to no health. And Imagine is taken out by Scott. And Scott's on a double kill right now. He's going on a tear for his team, he wants that even game again. Miss Noggin just barely missing the cap can. That is bad timing, but good timing for Nam. And he's going for the double kill. But Rapid picks off his teammate. So that's not... They're still in that 1v1 situation, the two of them.
Yeah, so Capcan with that sausage is going to be really, really powerful in this close quarters action. As you see, picking off another kill and just holding the diffuser, getting
another one. So both Nam and Scott holding their teams on their back for that round to take them to an even round, not letting St. Clair get to that match point. We're going into round 11, and this is the closest match I've ever casted. I'm so excited.
Yeah, 5-5. I don't believe it is unlimited overtime, so it's whoever makes it to, I believe it's 8 first. I was wrong the first time I said that. It is 8. So it could be 8-7, it could be 8-6, but
there is no OBS channel.
And so we're going into round 11, just 5-5, the closest game we've had. And so
Vigil coming out from DDG.
Pulling out the Vigil. And, you know, that's going to be a fest for IQ. Sorry, IQ. And, you know, that's... IQ can see it when he has his thing on, I forget what it's called, but he goes invisible to drones, and so when he has that on, IQ can see it. And so we're just going to see if IQ uses her sensor to her advantage.
Kennesaw State opting to take the third floor route again. And both teams are undefeated holding the third floor, so statistically, Kennesaw has a good chance to take the lead right now. They just have to hold off the ruthless attack that St. Clair has for this third floor. I'm pretty sure it was very close last time St. Clair attacked this time.
Yes.
This time, let's see if they can change up a few things, maybe come out on top for that match point. Actually, not match point, sorry, because it can go to overtime.
Well, essentially, if whoever wins it is match point, but they have to win again for it to not go to overtime.
Yeah.
So as you can see, everybody going up to the third floor and gonna probably execute the same or close to the same push that they have been, as it has been working.
Doozy putting down his Claymore, making sure nobody runs out on him while he holds that wall. That wall grapple.
And everybody's going to be peeking their long angles, trying their hardest to get in as fast as they can because time is in a crunch. And on this site, you do not want to be pushing with the least amount of time. You want to have the most.
Oh yeah, last time St. Clair was attacking on, they ran out of time. They didn't even get to. Not all players were fragged because they ran out of time. So we don't want to run into that problem again on either side. Probably going to see the pace picked up.
Yeah. So JMB's going to go below, getting the callouts from IQ. And so we're just waiting now to see how fast they push this. They are down to 1.5 minutes with, I believe it's Jaeger holding a angle on the window, just laying down, waiting for somebody to peek.
Just waiting for it. He gets droned out though, so they know he's there. Who's gonna peek him? Looks like somebody's looking for that run out. They're waiting. But do they know that there's a Claymore there? We have no clue. And if he lets go of this Thermite, it might do some damage to that Jaeger just sitting there. Doozy taking out DDG.
Jaeger did rotate out, so it's not going to do any damage to him. And Imagine just, you know, pushing right on in. Gonna try and hold long angles, see if he can get anything picked off.
Oh my god, just playing back and forth peekaboo between Doozy taking out Scott. Imagine almost getting shots off on that Jaeger, but just dancing around those bullets. And Doozy does get taken out by Dev. We got 30 seconds left. They have to pick it up. They have to pick up the pace.
So opening up the wall right into sight, trying to push as fast as they can. Flashbanging just to waste the ADSs. There is two
Dev
on
taking out
white.
Imagine. Even strength on both teams. Diffuser coming out for JM Beast. I don't know if, yeah, then they do get fragged out, and that's Jaeger picking up Rapid, Nam picking up JM Beast, and Dev picks up Miss Nautica. Kennesaw State takes the lead in the late game. We see them on match point.
Yeah, Kennesaw taking that crucial round that they needed, just enough to put them to the one match above St. Clair. And so let's see where they go this time. Switching it up, never played this site before. So we'll see how well they do on defending this site. And, you know, everybody having essentially the same operators that they've had and doing probably the same things that they've done.
What a game we have going into round 12. Let's see if Kennesaw State can take the win, or if St. Clair going to drive us into overtime. Capkin coming out with the 6 switch on Kennesaw State. So they're just switching up their tactics, holding that second place.
Yeah, and, you know, he did really well with his sausage shotgun.
Oh, yeah, he did.
So he got a 3K, and so we'll see if he can do it again. That's if he has the sausage again. But it's the best shotgun. Why wouldn't you have it?
Yeah, it is the best shotgun. There's no reason you shouldn't have that. Why would you have his assault rifle when you can have that shotgun?
Yeah, so, you know, Capcan, I haven't really seen played a lot, but in the last 2 weeks, I have seen him picked up quite a lot.
Well, I mean, last time I saw Capkin get played, he didn't put down any of his traps.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. He failed to do his job. And so they're going to do a hard hold.
Do you know the rules for overtime? You know if you can get the rules for overtime? Okay.
And oh, sorry. They're doing a hard hold with 3 roamers above and 2 roamers below, or sorry, 2 anchors below. And so Cade, as you can see, electroclawing the wall, acting as a bandit, and Jaeger is going to roam. So
St. Clair
again,
going for that roof push, and we see Imagine opening up. I don't want to see them waste any time. Last time they drove it right to the very end, and they were rushing, and that drove them. That put them in such a bad position to lose that. But they have to be aware that there are 3 people holding the 3rd floor, roaming around.
and Thermite just getting that wall open, and now that opens up so many lines of sight before, you know, anything can happen. They can just hold angles. Don't want to hold them for too long, but get as many picks as they can. And they spot the Mozzie playing inside of Piano, pinging him out, and JM Beast is going to go for the push. He's going to waste some flashbangs.
Oh, the Jaeger just killing his flashbangs out, but they're gonna flash the Mozzie. I don't know if it reached him exactly. They have to the Maestro Cam actually put in some shots down, and Dev takes out Miss Nautica, puts him at the advantage. Sledge coming in to take out that Maestro Cam. Shots.
Jaeger holding a long angle.
Oh, Jaeger with the pick on the Thermite. And that's Jaeger getting refragged by Imagine. Doozy takes out Dev. Rapid takes out DDG. That's 3 down for Kennesaw. Advantage to St. Clair.
And essentially, that just brought the game right back inside St. Clair's hands. And so, as you can see, Capcan rotating into dining. Doesn't know that there's a grenade about to fall on top of his head. Oh
my god, look how much
knocking
damage
down
that
him
did.
to about 15 health.
And Twitch can just down if Twitch goes and puts one shot down on that Capkin. That sausage is out of play. Oh, but he doesn't go for the shot on the Capkin. We got 30 seconds left. Doozy takes out Nam. That's we got. Wait, Capkin. When did Capkin go down? I didn't.
Capkin just went down with the wall bang through Doozy.
Scott taking out Doozy.
Scott taking out Doozy again on this shotgun. See if he can take out.
Scott taking out. Imagine we got a 1v1 situation. Rapid versus Scott. Diffuser going down. Scott pushing in. We got a close play. Oh, he doesn't see him. Rapid shots coming out, but he doesn't. Oh my God. Rapid doesn't get the shots off, and that's Kennesaw State taking map 1 in a clutch 1v1 situation. What did we just see?
Wow. That game was a game to put in the books. That was an amazing game by Kennesaw, an amazing game by St. Clair. And as you can see, everybody here, there's 3 people on Kennesaw with double digits, as well as Imagine and Doozy on St. Clair for double digits. And so going into the next game, recap the first game.
Whoa. That's all I have to say.
Speechless.
Whoa. What a match from both sides. That was insane. Both teams showing how strong they are on Cafe, just battling it out to the death. We saw so many 1v1 situations, so many 1v5, so many 1v4s. I couldn't count on my fingers how many times we saw clutch situations in play.
Yeah, and the last round, pretty much every round, coming down to the final bullets of a gun. And as you saw on the last round, Rapid pushing into the hallway as he was reloading his gun.
And if you're a St. Clair fan there, that might have been a little bit to see, but holy mackerel, Scott putting in work to take his team to that map win.
Yeah.
That was insane.
You can just imagine how ecstatic they must be, with that I believe it was a 1v3 clutch.
Yeah.
Not knowing where that Cade was a difficult situation, but almost pulled it off. Not enough though.
Well, going into map 2, it's going to be Coastline, so we're hoping to see another quick one. But for the meantime, we're going to go on a quick break. Got to give the teams a little time to go to the washroom just to collect their thoughts, talk it over. So we'll see you in a few minutes.